You're doing it right now, convincing yourself that analyzing every angle makes you prepared. That relentless mental churning you call thoroughness. It's not protecting you. It's bleeding your peace dry, one obsessive thought loop at a time. How long has this been true? By the end of this, you'll know exactly why your greatest intellectual strength has become your most dangerous weakness, and how the Stoics found a way out of this mental prison that most people don't even realize they're trapped in. Here's what's really happening. You think you're being smart, careful, responsible. You turn every decision over in your mind like a detective examining evidence. Should I take this job? What if my friend meant something else by that comment? Did I handle that conversation right? What's the worst case scenario here? You've convinced yourself this is wisdom. This is how intelligent people navigate complexity. This is how you avoid mistakes and make better choices. But here's the hidden threat destroying you from the inside. Every minute you spend in analysis is a minute stolen from living. Every scenario you rehearse is borrowed anxiety from futures that will likely never exist. Every mental replay of past conversations is energy drained from the present moment, where life actually happens. Aurelius Maximus understood this trap intimately. In his weathered face, those deep amber eyes had seen countless students fall into the same pattern. Brilliant minds that turned their gift for analysis into a weapon against their own peace. He would often say that the mind makes an excellent servant but a tyrannical master. You're living in your head instead of your life. And the cruelest part, you think this mental hyperactivity is virtue. You think it's responsibility. You think it's intelligence. But it's actually a sophisticated form of procrastination, disguised as productivity. While you're busy analyzing whether you should text someone back, life is happening. While you're rehearsing conversations that may never occur, real conversations are waiting. While you're calculating risks and benefits, opportunities are passing by. The overthinking isn't making you more prepared. It's making you more paralyzed. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." But here's what most people miss about this ancient wisdom. He wasn't just talking about accepting external circumstances. He was talking about accepting the fundamental uncertainty that drives our mental spirals in the first place. You overthink because you're trying to create certainty in an uncertain world. You analyze because you believe that with enough mental effort, you can control outcomes. You rehearse because you think you can prevent all possible problems. But certainty is an illusion. Control is limited. Problems will come regardless of how much you prepare for them. The Stoics knew something that modern psychology is just rediscovering. The attempt to think your way to perfect outcomes doesn't lead to better outcomes. It leads to mental exhaustion, decision paralysis, and a life half-lived. Marcus Stone learned this the hard way. Those piercing steel-gray eyes had once burned with the intensity of overthinking every tactical decision, every training protocol, every possible threat. He thought his analytical nature made him a better warrior, but it was making him a prisoner of his own mind. The transformation came when he realized that clarity comes from action, not analysis. That wisdom comes from experience, not endless mental rehearsal. That peace comes from accepting uncertainty, not trying to eliminate it. Here's the Stoic shift that changes everything. Instead of asking, "What's the right decision?" ask, "What can I do with what I know right now?" Instead of, "What if this goes wrong?" ask, "What's within my control in this moment?" Instead of, "Did I handle that perfectly?" ask, "What did I learn that I can apply going forward?" The goal isn't to stop thinking. It's to think purposefully instead of compulsively. To use analysis as a tool, not as a refuge from action. To recognize when you've gathered enough information and when Additional thinking becomes mental masturbation disguised as preparation. Seneca had a practice worth adopting. He would set thinking deadlines. Give yourself permission to consider something fully, but set a limit. 30 minutes for small decisions. A day for medium ones. A week for major life choices. After that deadline, you act with the information you have. Because here's what overthinking really costs you. It costs you spontaneity. It costs you intuition. It costs you the ability to trust yourself in the moment. It costs you presence. And presence is where life happens. Start noticing when you're thinking about thinking, when you're planning to plan, when you're preparing to prepare. These are the moments when your analytical mind has taken you hostage. The ancient Stoics called this living according to nature. Not the nature of trees and rivers, but your nature as a being designed for action, for engagement, for living in the present moment rather than in the endless loop of mental simulation. Your overthinking isn't protecting you from bad outcomes. It's protecting you from outcomes altogether. It's keeping you in the safe, controllable world of your mind, instead of the messy, uncertain, beautiful world of actual experience. The peace you're seeking isn't found by thinking better thoughts. It's found by thinking fewer thoughts and living more life. This is where most people stop. Don't be most people.